me.
So getting into the quick shots, the first one is Capcom. We saw an article that was stating that there was some plagiarism going on. That basically in Resident Evil 8 Village, there was a monster that's in there that has like a propeller head, and it's like an exact copy of a game, Frankenstein's Army.
A movie.
Oh, it's a movie?
Frankenstein's Army is a movie.
Was it a movie? I thought it was a game.
I'm almost positive it's a movie.
Okay. But yeah, so the movie or the game, whatever it is,
from 2013,
it's Frankenstein's Army, and it's from 2013.
Yep.
And it looks like spitting image,
looks
pretty much the same. Like, I mean, the picture that we have, and we'll put it up here.
Yep.
It'll probably be right over Mark's face or something like that. But it looks like it may not have arms in that shot. You know, I haven't played the game, I would have to like play it and see that monster to give like a really close up look. But if that's the only difference, dude, it still looks the damn same.
Yeah.
So I mean, as far as that goes, like, you know, Capcom is big. Frankenstein's Army is like whatever. It's probably like I don't even know who would even remember it or whatnot.
Yeah.
But the guy who did Frankenstein's Army is the one who mentioned it.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Okay, so the guy who produced Frankenstein's Army is the one who mentioned the plagiarism going on here. Yeah. So do we see this as a big deal? Not so big, like you know what I mean? It's out there, so people can take creativity, you know, from other people and use that to expound on or whatever. How do you guys feel about that?
I think, although this is a very minor character, no one gives a crap. Imagine if this, you know, someone replicated Link or anything else, everyone would be up in arms like, oh my gosh. So, you know, you should treat it the same because it's the same thing. Because the character is so like basic, it only literally has one unique thing, the propeller head. It looks like it's exactly the same, like the orientation of the propeller. I can see if they like put it on its back, or it was like
the length of the blades
or something, you know, instead of being in the front, it was like on top and it spins on top or something. But it literally, the one detail that the monster has is present in both, so that's pretty uncreative.
Yeah, and they're like the exact same blade length.
Yeah, the proportion of the monster.
The proportion of the monster the same.
Yeah,
it looks
to body
pretty
ratio,
copy and paste.
Yeah, propeller to body ratio is pretty much the same. Like, I had to double take like which one's which because it looked like one was just literally from the distance, you know. So
I think this would be hard to argue in a courtroom that they invented this on their own. I think obviously a game developer is researching. Obviously. Like if we were going to make a game about zombies, we're going to look up, well, what have people thought about with zombies? What are imagery that people have already invented?
Or just creepy monsters.
You're just like researching. That, you know? And they're a big company. You know they have a research team. That's a standard thing. So you know that they found... my opinion is they found this and they thought it was awesome and they used it and they forgot to give credit. In all the hoopla and all, because it's a one character, it's a one monster, it's in one part.
Yes.
In the massive development of the game, it just got lost in the mix, and they forgot to give credit. That's what I think happened. I don't think that they thought no one will notice and we'll just steal.
Yeah.
I just think it just got lost in all the paperwork and all the grime of everything they've researched, right? And it just was a mistake because it's blatant. Yeah. It's clearly a straight copy.
But at the same time, when I look at like the ratings on it, right? Like Rotten Tomatoes gave it like a 56. Metacritic is like at a 49.
Yeah, it wasn't a highly rated
IMDb,
game.
Movie. So it's got like essentially like an F on it.
Yeah. But horror movies are normally, you know,
but would you put it past somebody to be like, well, shit, I really like this monster. You know what I mean? I saw it in this movie. It was a shitty movie, but we could just use this monster.
No, I don't think it was like that. I think it was just in their research.
Yeah.
Just in the research department.
So you didn't think they were like, nobody will care?
I don't think so.
No?
Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think it was obscure enough. Yeah, it was poorly rated, but I think it was a well circulated movie. I think I remember seeing it in theaters. Like it was like in theaters, I believe. I never went and saw it, but I think I remember like that movie.
Okay.
So I was relatively well circulated. I don't think that's when you can get away with, you know. That's why I think it was just part of the research department. They're finding cool images online that people have already invented, which is what we would do.
Yeah.
Like when you're looking for our logo, well, what have people already done to get ideas? Right. And I think
and make sure you don't copy.
Yeah, and then make sure you don't straight copy, right?
Yeah. Because we get influences from that's
all the time. Yeah,
something you enjoy, you're influenced by it, and you can create something accordingly. But
he should have gave that man
He should have given him something like it. Oh yeah, it would have been so easy to just add something. Because literally, the one unique thing this guy has is a propeller head. That's all they both have.
What if the one from Frankenstein's army looks like it's a small bodied person or whatever, and the head is that front propeller joint? What if there's like a tail to the plane behind the monster in Resident Evil? Would that make make a difference?
I honestly don't know.
They added something like that on there,
maybe.
I still think if I was the creator, I'd feel like my idea was stolen.
Yeah,
because the heart of the idea is all there, right? Yeah. Like the meat of it. Even if they add the propeller and the tail fin or whatever, like I would still feel like, nah, dude, that's what I did.
Yeah,
like I made that up.
So I'm sure dude's gonna get paid from it.
I'm sure he'll get some kind of settlement, right?
Yeah, they'll probably just do a settlement real quick.
All they needed to do was just quickly call and ask, and it's over with. And then but I just think they forgot, honestly.
Yeah, oversight most likely.
Because you see things all the times in the games that we've seen zombies a million times. Like we see all sorts of different creatures in games that we've probably seen before, but they probably did their due diligence and say, "Hey, do you mind if we use this image?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, for sure." And this one just fell through the cracks, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine them like thinking they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's interesting. So I guess we'll see if maybe we hear anything else about it. I mean, it is a new game, so I think that it'll probably pop up in the news again to see whether they settled or
see
whatnot.
How the story unfolds.
Yeah, we'll keep our ear to the ground.
When I saw that, I'm more kind of like, wait a minute, how does that even relate? Because like I played Resident Evil 7, I'm like, where does like a propeller head even come into the mix?
But it's also kind of old school, right?
Yeah.
It's like it takes place in like an older setting.
It's like a Victorian era.
Yeah.
So maybe those types of planes were what they were flying around there.
Oh, they were.
And it's like something that crashed.
They were. Yeah. I'm just saying, like when I saw that, it made more so than like worry about the plagiarism stuff. It got me curious on what's going on.
That this guy pops up out of the woodwork.
Exactly. Because in Frankenstein's army, it's like a Nazi movie. That makes okay. Luftwaffe, right? Their planes, was all makes sense to me.
Yeah,
right. Where I'm like, okay, that would make sense. But in here, I'm like, whoa, what's going on in this game? Like, whatever, where are we at?
Yeah.
I love you, me.